Good evening, everyone.
Howdy, howdy.
Hope you're all having a good evening and that it's not too hot tonight. I know where I am, it's cooled down significantly, but it's still a little bit warm.
It's actually chilly up here in the Northeast.
Oh my gosh, Arinka has joined us at last! Hello!
Woo! Hello! And Frey's here too! Yay!
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh man. Okay, well, let's bring up the main screen. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be playing some more Aviary Attorney. We've also decided that because this game is actually so good, that we would like to continue playing it to the end. So it's probably going to take us another week to finish it, I would say. And then we'll start playing the project that we've been working on. And yeah. So let's see. We left off last time where we were investigating a moida.
Moida.
And we went and collected the evidence, and all evidence pointed to Baron Rogiel as being the murderer and not the incriminated Dame Catherine. But then she went and just blabbed to us that, yeah, it was totally me, which, dun dun dun! What a twist! And essentially left Falcon speechless. So let's jump back into the game. Remember, oh crap. Oh, she's back. The Palais du Louvre, I think it is. Got another murder. Let us be reasonable, senors. Oh, okay. I'm sure this is a simple... Oh, right, okay.
I can't see it yet.
My apologies. Hold on a minute. Can I just... Yeah, okay. Good without saving. Okay, great. Perfect. I apologize. This is why you have to remind me. This is why you have to remind me, Lily.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, now she can see what's going on. I'm sorry.
Now I can see. I can see now.
Okay.
I can see, says the blind man.
Okay. So Lily, you are the narrator. Do you want to read it as we go?
Yes.
Let me actually turn the text speed down so that we can have a minute to fucking read it.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. For real this time.
January 7th, 1848. The Palais du Louvre. Let us be reasonable, senors. I'm sure this is a simple misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard.
With those goddamn human hands.
Yeah.
A fox among wolves.
Yes. I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up to the office on Friday. But now it's midday on Monday, and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning.
What do you want to do, Lily? Do you want to go look for him or wait?
Let's go look for him. He's probably drunk somewhere.
Okay.
I should probably go find him. His home would be a good place to start, but the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way.
So I guess we could start with the offices. Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we were just there, but yeah, let's see what happens when we come back. No, still no sight of him.
Okay, we can go to the prison, I guess.
Yeah,
Why
sure.
not?
It's free. Excuse
Who's
me,
this guy?
monsieur. I'm looking for my friend.
Do I look like a lost and found to ya? Buzz off, bird brain.
All right, son.
Okay, we
Alright.
can't go back there anymore.
Oh,
I'm sure he's not at the chateau, but I'm
well, I
totally
just
going
want to see what
to.
kind of chaos happens if we go
Yeah,
there since we accuse
yeah.
the owner of murder. It is very beautiful in court, Casey. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duhon? Down here.
Oh, there you are. It's Sparrowson, right?
That's right.
I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought that the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then, I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who could put up the best facade.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Say, how's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night.
Oh, you've seen him.
Yes, he was brooding in the corner of Le Canard Joyeux, mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest.
Le Canard Joyeux? That's the dingy student bar in Rougon, right? Oh my god, the French.
It's not dingy, just a little rustic.
In any case, that's an enormous help. Thank you, mademoiselle.
Anytime, Sparrow-san.
All right. Is that a dodo? That's a dodo. I love it.
Sparrowson steps through the doors of Le Canard Joyeux, the dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. His nostrils fill with the pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco.
Oh man.
Let's see. It seems to be a lady.
It is a lady for sure. Yeah. What kind of accent would she? It sounds like maybe she's supposed to have like a deeper voice.
A matronly voice.
Yes, a very matronly voice. You want me to do it?
Yeah, because that matronly voice you just did right there sounds good.
Okay. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrowson. I haven't seen you in years. How are you doing, hon?
I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Cornell. Thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named Gégé Falcon.
Falcon? Yep, that sorry lump has been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down.
I'll take care of him. Thanks, Mademoiselle Cornell.
It's no problem, hon. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Oh, we could go to the card room.
Oh.
Or do we just want to go straight to the drinking room?
I mean, I'm curious about what the card room has to offer.
Oh my.
Oh, he is a. Wait, what's his name?
He looks like a walrus. Rufus.
It's Rufus! Oh my god, wait, is he a dog? KC, is that Rufus? Is that your doofus right there?
He almost looks like a walrus.
Oh,
But maybe not. Maybe he is a dog.
No.
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
He is a chunky man, though.
He is. Do you want me to do the voice of Rufus, or are you gonna take him?
You go ahead.
Okay. Here to play some Jacques Noir, you monsieur? Not right now. I'm looking for my friend, J.J. Falcon. Oh, the big drunk fellow. I think I spotted him downstairs. Ah, thank you.
Okay, so we couldn't actually do anything in there.
Okay.
All right. Drinking room.
No sign of him. Mon Dieu, I almost stepped on the big fellow.
Oh dear.
Falcon? What are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon, wake up! Wow, the bird's completely out cold. He must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake up a drunk person?
And obviously you pour a drink on his head. Of course.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey! That's like pissing.
A little bit. Oh, he's up!
Ah, good. You're up. Are you with us, Falcon?
Yeah.
Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the Aviary office so we can get some work done.
I don't understand it, Sparrow Song.
Huh?
I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures. I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully. And yet, a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where's the justice? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say to him?
What do you mean? Oh, you know what? I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know, Falcon. Sometimes the system just doesn't work, I guess.
It should work.
Yeah, it probably should. Sorry, Falcon. I don't have the answers. What I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre Boulanger.
Croissants.
Yeah? They're waiting for you back at the aviary.
I'm sitting here moping about justice and you offer me croissants.
Well, it's not just croissants. I've got some pain de chocolat too.
I could go for pain de chocolat. Pain de chocolat.
Fantastic. Then, let's make a move. So, for those who weren't here last time, let's make a move was Falcon's catchphrase when it was time to get to business. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I admit it. These croissants are amazing.
I told you, Pierre's Boulanger on Rue Verte is something else. Oh, that reminds me. The baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pains au chocolat in America?
They don't call them pains au chocolat?
No. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language.
So what do they call them?
Chocolate croissants.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, no. It is, thank you, Arinka. It is very fake French. I am sure that if I invited my French friend Rainy here, she would probably be dying. Which we should one night invite Rainy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so who do you want to take this one or should I?
I can do the mouse.
Okay. Heh, chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? I probably butchered that one.
Oh, I think those are still called profiteroles. But rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them in melted chocolate.
Simply outstanding.
Is this the aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please?
Well, what do they call crepes?
Excuse me!
Did you just hear something spell song?
Down here!
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one?
Oh gosh, where to start?
Your name, perhaps?
Mousy! My name is Mousy!
And what can we do for you, Monsieur Mouse? Lily?
Oh, must have disconnected. Sorry.
Okay.
I have this friend, and he's fallen under some legal turbulence.
Legal turbulence? Bleh. Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested?
Yes, I suppose. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
That is quite a problem.
I know! Oh, but I'd forgotten to mention. He's the Prince of Spain.
Oh my god! The Prince of Spain? And you didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start?
I forgot!
I must ask, Marseille, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire a legal counsel with a little more
Not terribleness?
expertise.
Oh, well, the prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned.
Really? The prince said that?
This is a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny a request from the Prince of Spain?
Of course not. We'll take the case. Grab your cold spells on. We have royalty to defend.
That's the spirit!
Good luck to you, messieurs.
You aren't coming with us, Mouse.
I have, other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held at the conciergerie. I'm sure he will fill in all the details.
Right. Let's make a move then. Okay.
Back to L'Enconciergerie.
Good day, monsieur. Oh, it's you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Ketten's trial. Baron Rogiel is pacing around his cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad. But hey, a criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. Oh, you're not here to defend him, are ya? Because that would be hilarious.
We're actually here to see Prince Juan Querido, heir to the throne of Spain.
The mouthy fox, huh? That guy's driving me nuts with his senores and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better.
Cheese, Quark.
Well, come on then, while we're young.
As if you were ever young.
The Prince of Spain, I presume. Dear God, I need to voice this man.
Please, do your best Spanish accent. I need to hear it. Do your best.
God. This is gonna be terrible.
Summon Ignio Montoya. Just before you begin, say, "You killed my father, prepare to die."
You killed my father, prepare to die. It sounds very similar to my French accent, to be honest. Indeed, I am Juan Quierdo, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. Well, I wouldn't say legendary.
I wouldn't even say notable.
Such humility. I would expect nothing less from the renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero, Mouse, explains the situation. He told us that you have been accused of murder, but now I'm gonna mix up my accents here. He told us that you have been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Of course. What is it that you wanted to know? Tell us about the murder.
Yeah, dude, spill.
To be honest, Prince Juan, I'm a little confused as to how a member of royalty could get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Of course. Let me see where to begin. It was the cold and misty morning of the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at the Palais de Louvre, and I wished to meet the man himself. So, after a brief stroll and picnic in Tuileries Garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Louvre's Grand Gallery. When I saw the opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue.
And horniness. Oh, I get why that's pretty close to Sparrowson. How romantic.
But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howl.
Major.
Ouch! Cried out Major Howl. I have pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the major slumped to the floor. His face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked? Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Thank you for following, Arenka.
Thank you.
Nor do I, Senor Falcon. But clearly the police felt that poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? So where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at La Haze markets. A girl by the name of Catherine Marie Sienne. But surely you're not suggesting that the flower girl applied the poison herself, Signor Falcon. Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poison Rose has been added to your evidence folder. Did you want to ask something else, Signor Falcon? I'm going to just turn the music down a little bit. It's a touch loud sometimes. Okay. Why are you in Paris? Why did you come to Paris, Prince Juan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I do not know whether you are familiar with the current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos, and the people are suffering. So I thought, if I can befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I could strengthen my family's name. With the Quierdo dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation.
Well, I guess that plan's gone out the window.
Spellson, don't be rude. No, he is right. I have failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust has settled, you will have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. Thank you, Signor Falcon. I am sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What were you reading? What were you reading before we so rudely interrupted? Ah, this book. It is a Spanish classic, Don Quixote of La Mancha. Do you know it? Personally, I've never read it, but I've heard of it.
You know what? I've read enough of it when I read sections of it when I was in high school, so I know the gist of the story.
So should we pick I've read it or I've heard of it?
1848, I believe, Arenka?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah. What do you guys say? Have we read it or have we only heard of it?
Or is reading for squares? Oh, hello, Azathoth.
Nice to meet you.
I hope you're enjoying our voice actor reading of Aviary Attorney. Heard of it. Okay, we've heard of it.
Also, very dope name, by the way, Azathoth.
I've heard of it. It's about the knights who joust windmills, right? That's one part of the story, yes. The hero is a virtuous but elderly knight by the name of Don Quixote. In the chapter you mentioned, he takes up arms against an army of giants who are terrorizing the town. Quixote's partner, Sancho, warns him that the giants are just windmills and their flailing arms are just sails twirling in the wind. But Quixote doesn't listen. He takes up his lance, gets on his horse, and charges anyway.
Sounds more like dumb Quixote, am I right, Falcon?
Spare son.
He's such a dick.
Perhaps he is dumb, Signor Sparrowson. But many of us spend our whole lives jousting imaginary giants.
Speak for yourself, one. I've never been jousting, let alone seen a giant.
I think we're getting off track here. Indeed. I tell you what, Signor Falcon. I'll lend you my copy of this book. Maybe you'll have time to give it a read at some point. Maybe I will. Thank you. Woo! We got a book!
Wow! El Ingenioso Hidalgo
El Ignacio
Don Quixote de la
Hidalgo
Mancha.
Don Quixote de la Mancha. Yes. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, I think that's everything. Thank you.
What's the plan, Big Bird?
Well, we have two lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palais du Louvre, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girl in La Haze Market to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poison rose.
2 tasks spread over 6 days? This sounds almost too easy.
Let's not get complacent. Good luck, senores. Oh,
Wait a minute, Falcon.
what is it?
Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you?
I mean, I've made him to be quite a character.
I think that's a good option, yeah.
Yeah. He seemed colorful to me, throwing roses, spouting about literature. Juan's one suave Spaniard.
Maybe I misread him.
Well, look, if this is bothering you, then we could always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret. If he actually has anything to hide, that is.
Yeah, let's dig up the dirt.
But we've still got the trial to prepare for. Priorities, person. Okay, so we got 6 days. So we can go to here. We don't need to go to the tavern, so I'm gonna nix that. But the other place we need to go to is the Louvre and La Haze Market. So just for fun, I want to see what happens if we go to the offices again.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Stop messing around, Falcon. Let's help out Prince Juan already.
Okay, so it doesn't actually matter if you go to these places, it seems like. Okay. I think we should probably investigate the scene of the crime first. That seems
I think
important.
that's fine with me, yeah.
Narrator time.
Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place du Carrousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Gallery. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it.
That's the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road.
What? No way, why is it two?
Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases. Oh my. Okay. This has to be you.
Okay. Cocorico, okay. Well. Never expected to see you here, JJ.
That delicate voice. Good day, Savron.
Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant?
Fine. Savron, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris.
Ah, are you two old friends or something?
More like arch rivals.
You know what's hilarious?
What?
The guy's literally a cock.
You're right.
Please, JJ, I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients.
Actually, Savon, business has never been better. I'll have you know that I am currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less.
The Prince of Spain, Juan Querido. Well, this is quite an amusing coincidence.
Don't tell me.
Correct. I am the prosecutor for the very same case. It is a pity that the Spaniard prince will be indubitably hanged, but I suppose this is what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him.
Don't call me bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Savon.
One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire. Uh-oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh man, none of these look like they're gonna be too good.
Oh no. Okay, everyone. This is I think
Yeah, this is a
I think
vote.
the chat should get this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got a 3.
Anyone else want to weigh in?
Number 3. Okay. All right, number 3. Let's go. A witty saying proves nothing. Voltaire.
Oh!
That was okay. That is actually pretty good.
Very good, GG. A worthy riposte. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. GG, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court.
Ugh, I cannot stand that guy.
It did seem like a bit of a cockerel, but is it true what he said? You know, that he trounced you in court 5 times?
I can't deny it. Severon has a reputation as ruthlessly thorough. There. Severon has a reputation as a ruthlessly. I cannot do that word in French, apparently. As a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. It's no wonder he always manages to one-up me.
But this time will be different, right?
I hope so.
I know so, for you see, I stole this annotated map of the Louvre out of Cocorico's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes.
Oh, Sparrowson, I love you. Sparrowson, that's pretty impressive, actually. I swear you were standing 3 meters away the whole time.
You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the clouds that you don't ever notice the small folk running around your feet. Pinching Cocorico's pockets was like taking candy from a very tall baby.
Let's take a closer look. I see. This map shows the entire Louvre area. Everything from the Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We are currently standing here in the Palace du Carson. And those pendant elves seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here, through the Salé du Tibet, and then here into the Grand Galerie, where the murder occurred.
Didn't Prince once say that he spent the morning in the Tuileries Gardens?
That's right. So that means Prince Juan approached the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here.
Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first?
I think we should investigate the scene of the crime first. I'm sure we'll be able to investigate the rest of it later. Probably. Here we are, the Grand Galerie, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting.
I see hundreds of paintings. Which one is the new one?
I haven't the foggiest. We will have to ask someone. Okay, I guess it's my turn.
Yes, Eric Pork. Nice.
Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me.
Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers.
I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi.
Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit?
Oh, yeah, I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you.
I see. It's a painting of the king himself. The king is a penguin. I love it. I love it.
That's great. Oh, I love it. That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon?
What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but... It's a magnificent painting of our beloved king. It's a masterpiece.
Wow, really? You must be looking at different paintings because all I'm seeing is a penguin in a fancy dress.
I'm getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at the art galleries.
No, we're a right pair of Philistines.
Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never been to the Middle East.
Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt.
That's right. We were actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw.
Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out.
What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Vopez, private investigator? Thank you, but I don't normally deal with these gray area of the law types.
No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before, and I'm sure he could do the same for you.
Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case.
It's no trouble.
Okay? Thank you for your time, monsieur.
Is there anything else we can do here?
Well, ideally we will turn the whole Grand Galerie upside down in our hunt for evidence. But that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Okay. Well, now it's just kind of like, which one do we want to do next? We could do them all. Let's just do the garden, I guess. Why not?
Because you love gardens.
I do.
This is a call-out post. May loves gardens. It's Robinho.
Robinho!
Feathered friends, Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuilier's gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon! Doesn't that groundkeeper over there look familiar?
Yeah, now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? We know what it is.
Yeah.
Robinho. It does sound like a very Italian name.
It does. I'm going to do an Italian accent for him now.
Yes.
Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate the masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was giving community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that.
Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time.
You sound just like the self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping.
Actually, I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinho. I don't suppose you've bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you?
A Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today.
I see.
Was there anything else, though, you wanted?
So, how's that new groundskeeping job working out?
Terrible. Tourists are pigs, sometimes literally. Look at all of this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple core. And look what I picked up. This is by the west entrance. A whole book I could understand, but a single page. What kind of blithering moron loses just one page?
Wait a moment. May I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Oh!
What is it worth to you?
What it's worth is trash. It's literally worthless.
Then I suppose I will be destroying it as per my duties.
Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page and... I don't think he cares about money, but we could speak with the judge.
Yeah, because I don't think Falcon could get his pictures in the Louvre, but he could
Yeah.
speak to the judge.
I'll speak with Judge Maxime. I'll put in a good word and might be able to get your sentence reduced. Lily?
Oh, and goddamn it, disconnected. Really? You'll do that for me? Thank you, monsieur. I would really appreciate that. Here, take the page.
Okay.
Did you want anything else?
That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, Monsieur Robinho. That's 2 down. Let's go here. Oh, whoops.
Are we all done here?
Not yet. So, this is the Salé de Trib. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate.
Interview.
Right, interview.
Well, since it's quiet, maybe we could take an opportunity to do a little snooping.
What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallery, where the murder took place.
Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over the Grand Gallery with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet that numbskull Inspector Volerty didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks.
Your logic seems a little questionable, but it couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. Okay, here we go. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what did it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet.
Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. It's a sacred Mesopotamian artifact gifted to Emperor Hadrian for his victory in the Euphrates in 123 AD.
Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia.
Alright, you got me. This could be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know.
Okay. I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze.
How much do you think they were for?
I don't know. 300 francs apiece at least.
What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession.
I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrowsong.
Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber.
Oh, well, that's one way to get rich quick. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand or podium? Maybe it's just a decorative piece.
Is a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place.
I don't think that's right.
My uncle's a Roman historian. Trust me.
A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time.
It smells good.
Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson.
No, really. This urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey.
You poor thing. You're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back to the office?
Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it.
Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no.
See, look what I found inside the urn. I don't know why that was a super German accent, sorry.
Put that down, Sparrowson. It's someone's old rubbish.
No, look. It's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, The chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa, Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicates that this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder.
Mon Dieu, Spellson! You deduced all of that from smelling the wrapper?
Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it.
That won't be necessary. Spellson, if you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you would be the world's greatest detective.
If only all evidence were edible.
So, do you have any idea which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it.
No, there's no possible way we could know that. I suppose we will have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. Oh, what a chore!
Interesting. Because I can see Landia Hagslick Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper.
Well, you can't blame a bird for trying.
No, you can't.
I would have tried it.
Hell yeah.
And you'd have
Alright.
let me.
Hell yeah, I would have. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think this style is ionic.
It's not ionic, Falcon. Irony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something different.
That's not... Never mind. Let's see, let's make sure there's nothing else. Oh. A supporting column is holding the roof up.
If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up, it would encourage the roof to get to its location on time.
Oh, he's great.
I love Spurs, and he's such a little
We're
shit.
done here. For now, at least.
We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose. So, where to next?
Okay, so we have explored everywhere. So I guess we can leave now.
Yes. Are we all done here?
Yep. Let's make a move.
Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. I can't remember my French accent. I keep going into German. Fuck.
It's okay. A new day. Okay, so I think now is a pretty good time for a little 5-minute break. We will be right back.
Okay, BRB.
Well, I'm back. We're just gonna wait for Lily and give you guys another couple of seconds here.
I was back first. I just didn't say anything.
That's fair. Usually I'm the one back first. Hey, Danny, you made it! Welcome back!
Hey, Danny! Hi!
Alright, let's get back to Aviary Attorney.
Welcome back, Danny, to me and May butchering French.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So we now wanted to go to... Wait, what? So I guess we could go to the Chocolate Emporium today? Yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't complain.
I also would not complain. So let's go. Oh my.
This is an actual German guy. I can do this.
Excellent. Do it up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lander Hageslach's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Lander Hageslach, the owner and the founder and owner of this establishment.
And I am JJ Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur.
Oh, lawyers. Very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. Is a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Well, you have to help me.
What is it?
It's a smell of corn. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to this shop.
Oh dear. Oh, for pity's sake, restrain yourself, Belson.
Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So, are you monsieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes!
Yes! No, no, no. We're actually here on business, monsieur.
Business?
First things first. We believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct?
Oh, yeah. This is indeed the trademark of Hageslach, wrapper for genuine Belgian Hageslach chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment.
Very good. With that established, there is something we wish to ask, Monsieur Hagelsack. I will ask it, but I highly doubt he would ever be able to figure that out. Can you tell us about the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagelsack?
I'm afraid not, monsieur. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought Elephants never forgot.
Did you get disconnected again, Lily?
I did, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers in a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item.
So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, Would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you?
Oh, yeah. That I could probably do, monsieur.
Let me think. Who to ask about? Oh my, okay. Well, half
It's
of
the
these don't make
Facebook.
sense. Yeah, it's the Facebook. Definitely gonna ask about Juan Quierto. Have you ever served Juan Quierto, the Prince of Spain?
A Prince of Spain. 9, monsieur. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that is any help. You see, I met a girl while hiking through the Himalayas.
Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about? Oh. Well, we could ask about him. Why not, right?
Sure.
Have you ever served a Pokemon out of aficionado named Alec Book?
No, 9, monsieur.
Okay. Figured it couldn't hurt. Mouse. Have you ever served a tiny mouse named Mouse? Ah, yes,
No,
of course.
9,
Of
monsieur.
course.
Must terrify me.
Oh dear.
I am growing tired of these endless questions. Mayhap you could come back another day?
That's your line?
Oh, you know, Pacon, it is possible we may haven't encountered the chocolate bean yet. Rather than come back here every day and make aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind.
You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagerslack. We shall return when our investigation has progressed a little.
Anytime, monsieurs.
Okay, so we'll save that guy for last. So that's 2 days. So
We should go to Les Hiles. Hiles, I can't French.
Yes, I would agree. Oh no, wait, we have this guy too.
Oh yeah, Renard.
And it doesn't take up a day, so let's check
Yeah.
it out. Oh, Marseille!
Oh, customers.
Hello? Is this the office of Renard Verpes?
Ah, it's you two.
Marseille? What are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Marseille. Monsieur Renard Volpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Volpes who chooses which cases to take on.
I see. Well then, can we speak with Monsieur Verpes?
Oh, I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Volpes is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England.
England?
But he's set to return in a week or two. Maybe you could come back then.
That's no good to us. Our case will be over by then.
There's nothing to be done about it. I suppose we'll have to come back later. Okay, well,
Oh, that's sad.
that's unfortunate, but that's okay. Alright, here we go.
The pair arrive at the Les Eyes market. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants, all bustle from place to place.
Prince Juan says that he met a flower girl here. Signe, I think he said her name was.
There's this one with flowers over there. Do you think that's her?
I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself. So, we should probably act with tact and finesse.
Excuse me, mademoiselle Fowl lady. We would like a word.
I don't know what else I expected. Tact spells on tact. We've been over this. Oh, she's cute.
You should do her.
I will do her.
Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower?
Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from milady.
I'm afraid that I am out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead?
He's a beautiful flower from a beautiful maiden.
Please don't mind Spellsong. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has said dumb things ever since.
Hey!
Let me introduce myself. I am J.D. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signet?
That's right. Catherine Marie Signet. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt.
How did you know?
I am no fool, monsieur. I know that the rose I sold was used as a murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me.
The police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So, do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
Business is slow. Please ask away.
Who bought your last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to?
The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox.
Sounds like our Juan.
I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while, about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought the rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty.
Oh, why is that?
Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling.
Oh, man. I want to pressure her, but I don't know if that would force her into silence or not.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
We will leave it to chat.
This is definitely a chat situation.
Absolutely. One for ease, one for press.
Press.
One for ease, two for press.
We'll give this another couple of seconds for people to weigh in if they would like. All right. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on this. So, chat says press, so let's press. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we are defending this particular fox in the codices. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs. I can't. Damn! Wait, Mademoiselle Signet, wait up! Damn. Yeah, damn. Fuck.
Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off.
This one obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is.
Agreed. But I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time?
Hush. Damn, okay. So we needed to be a little bit more chill about that. Alright. Oh, and we can't, I mean, well, we can go back there. It won't pass the day, so I guess we can try.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Is that strange? I don't see any sign of the flower girl.
Yeah, probably because you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse. Dummy.
Or maybe you scared her with your horrendous and inappropriate flirting technique.
I'll have you know that I can flirt like a peacock in tail-fanning mode.
We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere. Indeed. Alright. Well, we've only seen the swan? I don't really want to go back to the chocolate emporium without more people met.
Yeah.
The tavern? I don't know how helpful the tavern would be.
What was the palace? There was something about it.
The happy duck. Oh yeah, I guess that's what this means, huh? The proprietress is actually a dodo bird, Danny.
I love it.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to do here, guys.
I'm gonna vote for the Palais.
The Palais de Louvre?
Yeah.
Okay. Why not, right?
Yeah, what are we gonna lose? Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place du Carrousel, just outside the Louvre. So, which Bigson are we visiting today?
I mean, we might as well look around, I guess. Let's go here. It looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building.
Did you want to ask him something?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted some more details on this Renard Vopez, but I suppose we'll have to leave it for now. I think we found everything of value here we can possibly find. Let's not loiter.
Okay, so where shall we go next?
Okay, so yeah, we literally did everything here.
Damn. Are we all done here? Okay, so we kind of wasted a day, but I thought with the clock there that they would have had something new.
Oh. Occasionally, special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen.
The wolves.
These cinematic scenes are only available for 1 day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit.
Yes.
Their viewing is entirely optional. Hell yeah, if it doesn't take any time, let's do it.
Yeah, why not? The wolves.
A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. The bourgeoisie are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then, a revolution.
Oh, we're starting the French Revolution, people.
Okay, well, we wasted a day at the Louvre, and apparently she's not here. We could, I'll try it again. It doesn't take any time. Yeah, she's still not here. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same dialogue.
All right. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that.
Well, maybe we could go to the Happy Duck.
Yeah, okay, let's, I mean, we could try it, or let's just, let's try it, I guess.
Really, Popcorn? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking.
I'm not here to drink spells on, or mop for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions.
Oh, that's pretty good thinking.
Oh, the two of you are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Cornell. That's great to hear, huh? Will it be the usual? No. I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp.
We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently.
A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, Han, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Fowl, are playing cards in the attic. Same as always. But we get all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you wanted enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's see, where to start? So let's go to the drinking room then.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, this one's yours.
Okay. So
No,
now,
wait. That is a parrot. That is yours.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the doggo.
You do the dog.
So there I was, in the grasslands 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I'd been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar, a big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then BAM!
You shot it?
No. It was the most...
Don't die.
No. It was the most peculiar thing. Oh god, now I went New York.
Let's back to that Australian. You got it.
Uh-huh. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could shake the shot.
It sounds like one of them heart attacks. My nan went the same way.
That's what I thought. But when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth.
Whoa. Was a rabbit?
Possible, but I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone.
Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat?
Ask about the boar.
Yeah.
Excuse me, monsieur. Yeah? Can I help you? You say the beast you were talking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess that it ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. I doubt they know anything about Prince Juan. Let's give them some peace.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the information that we wanted, was to...
Yeah.
So could have
Let's go past Rufus and Paul.
Okay, let's do it. So he was
Come on.
yours.
Yeah. Come on, Paul. Just one more game of Jacques Noir.
Let's see. So he is an emperor penguin, I believe. Or something similar to that. Yeah. What sort of actions should I give this guy?
He is posh as hell.
He is what?
He is posh as hell. Look at him.
Let's see. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is.
Please, I'll even let you deal this time.
The answer's no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you will have to ask someone else.
Fine, I'll ask that big fella. Hey, excuse me, monsieur. Yeah, you, monsieur. You can't play some Jacques Noir.
Sure, why not? We'll do a round. Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur.
Well then, you know how to play.
No, I am only familiar with Sego and Tap the Rock.
Boy, this must be better than those silly games. Let me tell you how it works.
Okay, let's see how much money we actually have. 59 francs, okay.
I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I'll do you one card at a time. If you hit 21,
it's blackjack.
yeah, if you hit 21, you win. I'll give you 5 francs.
5 francs. That seems a little steep.
This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gather over pâté soup. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right?
I suppose so.
Okay. So I'm familiar enough with this. Draw 1.
So I think that's 1 point, yeah?
Hit.
Yeah, 1. It says our points on the right hand side. Okay, yes. So 9. Hit again. That's pretty
Stay.
close, yeah. I know how to play blackjack, at least. Oh, dealer's probably gonna win. Oh. Yeah. Dealer wins a lot.
Bastard.
That's fine.
Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round?
No, because I thought we'd get information here, but apparently not. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur.
I understand. Feel free to come back anytime.
Alright. Let's yeah, let's hit it. Let's make a move.
Someone poisoned. This is my theory. Someone poisoned the chocolate, and the guard is the one who ate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
And it wouldn't have been. It couldn't have been Juan, because Juan did not meet them in that room. Juan did not meet them until they made it to the Grand Gallery. So it has to be someone who is part of the king's entourage.
Sure. But
I wish I could look at our Facebook.
Let me see if I can by going here. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, our Facebook. Major
Who's that
Howell.
guy?
That was the
Okay.
guy that died. A royal guard who was killed in... Yeah, that's the guy who died. Okay. Oh, hey. That's cool. Alright. And nobody else. Alright.
Okay.
I guess we could ask about about Major Howell at the chocolate shop?
Yeah, we could ask about Major Howell and...
The Swan Lady? I don't think she's
Yeah.
necessarily involved, but she's definitely hiding something, and we have no other leads.
Yeah. Let's go back and talk to the elephant.
Unless we want to go and talk to Juan about the missing page that we found.
You know what? It's free, right?
I don't know that it is. Let's see. It is. Okay, let's go. Let's go
check
ask him
in.
about it. It says it's a different card, so. Oh. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't gonna make us say that.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just gonna throw us back out. I guess let's go to the Chocolate Emporium.
Yeah. Welcome back, messieurs. Have you finally decided to sample my fine chocolate? Or perhaps you have just returned to ask more questions.
It's just the questions today, I'm afraid. Ask nicely.
Yes, please.
Is there any chance that your produce could have been contaminated?
Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured. Any contamination would be terrible for business, you understand.
I see.
Was there something else you messieurs wanted to ask?
Okay, so.
Maybe Howell himself?
We could try. Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howe?
No, monsieur.
Are you sure?
Yeah, monsieur. I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent history. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead?
Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howe didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There is still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That is our lead. That who we want to find.
I see. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe. If you want to hear that story.
No, I don't want to hear that story. We'll ask about the swan, but that's... I think
It's going to be our last option.
Yeah. Have you ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Marie Sagnier?
No, monsieur.
Yeah, alright. It was a long shot.
What are you thinking, Falcon?
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she was a chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have become much simpler. But since she's not... Yeah, can we quit out of this? Apparently I can't, so I have
Hang
to
on,
ask.
just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Because we have really only one other person to ask about. Can we ask about the Rufus and Paul? Because Paul is a very fancy penguin, and I don't know if he could have been part of the entourage.
I really, really doubt it, Lily.
I doubt it, but we have an extra question. Why waste it? Unless you think that there's someone who's better, like Mouse.
Oh, we already asked about
No,
Mouse.
we asked about Mouse. Yeah.
We could try asking about Cocorico. But I highly doubt it. Let's see.
I highly doubt it.
Have you ever observed a cockle with ludicrously good posture named Savon Cocorico?
No, monsieur.
Yeah.
I grow tired of these endless inquiries. Perhaps you could come back another day. You know, Falcon, it is possible that we haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back every day and making endless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific on mind.
You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagelac. We shall return when our investigation has progressed a little.
Anytime, mon chers. I feel like I don't have a very clear idea. We know how it happened, but I have no idea who. Oh, it's time for the trial.
Yeah. Fuck. We got nothing. We got nothing.
No fucking ideas. No ideas.
Well, let's give it a try. I mean, we'll just have to do it.
Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal des Grandes Instances. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing.
Easy there, Falcon. We can do this.
Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. That was a wrong rolling of ours, but absolutely, I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence! That's magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more justing at imaginary giants. All of you cease your yammering. The door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte. Yeah, buena suerte, Senor Falcon.
We will. Are we ready?
Well, we're not, but fine.
We're not, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. JJ.
Severon?
Nervous.
Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Jesus.
Pull your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But this is how you act before the trial has even started?
Why, you pompous still posture perfect. Oh, that is a different judge.
Order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session.
I like it.
Psst, Falcon.
What is it?
Is it me? Or does the primary judge look hairier today?
That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus.
Oh, still, is a little strange, isn't it?
I don't know why it would be strange. Not really. There is a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases. Okay, I'll do this. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he?
Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, Assessor, Prosecutor, Defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howl and of conspiracy to murder the king himself. Roll call.
The defense is present and ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good. Very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So, we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand.
Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Eustace Voletti.
Oh, I love this man.
Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath.
Oh, yeah. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court records.
My name is Inspector Voletti. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats.
That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Whoa. Cocorico really is going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January?
Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's royal guards.
Did he say o'clock?
There, I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howe with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howe taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead.
And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse?
The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howe died of poisoning. Aside from a prick on the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howe's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Damn, I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something.
That would make a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't that lucky.
Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right. I'll tell it about. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness.
Falcone, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand.
I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcone, to your cross-examination.
Okay. At 10 o'clock in the morning, Major Howell, 24 citizens. I mean, it was strange that he said 10 o'clock. So let's investigate that at least.
Okay.
10 o'clock, you say? Correct. 10 o'clock. Surely you mean 10 o'clock. Surely you meant to say 10 o'clock. I beg your pardon. You clucked like a chicken. Lily?
Oh, sorry. JJ, do you really want to kick off this trial by picking on petty pronunciation peculiarities?
Absolutely, because I had nothing else.
I would have maybe guessed on the poison, but maybe they could have revealed what poison it was. Let's see if we can get another bite at that apple.
Yes, absolutely. Why would the inspector choose to say 10 o'clock rather than 10 o'clock?
Really, not. This is a ridiculous thing to pick up upon. Yes, JJ, us roosters have been known to cluck on occasion. It's a habit. Get over it.
This is blatant time wasting.
Ah, fuck. Damn.
You've
All
lost
right.
a little favor with the jury.
Do you have another question for Inspector Valerte's arrival of 10 o'clock?
No.
Let's try questioning the poisoning, because maybe it'll reveal what he was poisoned with.
Okay. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Hal was killed by poison. Yes, he stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural.
What kind of poison was it?
Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He was not certain. At first, the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison like that of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction.
A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this is a very deliberate assassination attempt.
Indeed.
Yes, I think we do. Let's say how to try to get them to question how it could have been introduced into a system, and then we can maybe show the candy bar as evidence.
We'll try. How exactly was Major Hal poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else?
What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Hall was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause.
Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon would fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the fence that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism.
Actually, I can't tell him that.
Mm-hmm. I dread to ask, but why not?
We didn't check the rose for traces of the poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident.
Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince One lives, and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay, because the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion.
What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Stefan. That's not how we do things here.
Shots fired. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence.
Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all.
Why's that?
Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes.
Such unprofessionalism.
If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question.
Nice try, JJ. But through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused poisoning.
Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Look at this.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
It is a paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, the Salle de Tibre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident.
You're not suggesting.
That Major Hal ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am.
You've gained a little favor with the jury. It's balanced out. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector?
The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid.
In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector.
I offer my apologies, Your Honor.
I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself.
As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs.
So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene.
Correct.
And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident?
I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon?
Oh, I see.
But do you know for certain that Major Howe consumed this chocolate?
Well, that is a fact we are still investigating.
I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned?
Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove.
So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howe consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you pluck straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He's a man who claims to have an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath?
He's a kingfisher bird, I think.
How about you take this one? 'Cause I have...
or woodpecker, I'm not sure.
Yeah. How about you take this one? Because I've got so many people in this room.
That's fair.
Hello? 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 Oh, right, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please state your full name and occupation for the court records.
My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes.
A person who fish... So you are a fisherman?
Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this.
I beg your pardon?
Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly, he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen.
Well, you are carrying a fishing rod.
And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey.
Oh, for pity's sake. Fine, we can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman.
Thank you.
Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I have never seen you ride a horse.
I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident?
Yes, I was sitting upon a railing of the Pont aux Arts.
The Pont d'Arts. That's the new bridge that's just a stone throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct?
That's right.
And what were you doing at the time of the incident?
I was fishing.
Kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? Oh, you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw?
Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description.
No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem.
Rub the stem of the rose, you say? As if he were applying something to the flower, perhaps?
Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate.
Of course. It was wrong of me to ask such a leading question.
But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem.
Wow. Even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, I would like... What we have here is a direct witness to the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poisoning with his own eyes. I smell perjury.
You do?
No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all.
I think you might be alright. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Really? This nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question?
I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor.
Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool of yourself.
Okay, I think we're gonna cross-examine the Toussaint, and then we'll have to end the stream for tonight. Even though
Yeah,
we
it's
probably
quite
won't.
late.
Yeah, because I actually do need to go to bed pretty much right after the stream tonight. Okay, I was sitting upon the Pont des Arts at 9 a.m. I saw the king and his entourage. I saw this shifty-looking fox applying some sort of powder. Could he be applying powder, though?
You know, can we see our evidence box before we choose?
Yes. So we have the book page. This isn't actually evidence, but we have got Don Quixote. And this page is from that book.
That was in the gardens.
Right.
So he was not at the entrance.
Yes, you're right. He wasn't in the entrance. Good eye. Let's see.
Shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. He was never in the entrance.
Monsieur Kingsley, you claim that you saw a shifty-looking fox. Yep, super mega shifty. There must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know that the fox you saw was Antoine? Well, he was wearing a suave hat to hang low over his eyes. I hear that's how they wear them in Spain. And I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked like quite out of place for the French winter. Is that all you're going by? His fashion sense? Oh, I nearly forgot. I heard him call a passerby senor. I thought that was peculiar. Well, that seemed alright. I mean, yes, but that's not... Well, that's not at all what we were hoping to get. I mean, it is true that we don't know that he necessarily dropped the page at 9:30.
True.
I say we go after the powder.
Okay.
Monsieur Kingsley, you say that you saw a fox rubbing the stem of a rose. Yep, saw it with my own eyes. Are you sure you saw powder? How far away from you were you from the south entrance? 20 meters, perhaps? 30? I'm somewhat doubtful that you can make out powder being applied to anything at those sort of distances. Monsieur, I don't claim to have seen the powder itself. I said that it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. It could have been a wax or a liquid or whatever, but the guy was definitely putting something on the flower. I see. Well, that's nice and vague. Right, but we haven't been able to use it yet.
Yeah, maybe let's ask about the Pond of Arts, because that would definitely put it at the south entrance.
Monsieur Kinley, you say that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. What entrances can you see from that bridge?
Okay.
Monsieur Kinley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Yep, the Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from the Tuileries Gardens or the Palace de Carousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge.
But of course, this isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Swan entering the south entrance with flower in hand. That's what counts. What if Prince Swan used another entrance?
We can't prove that though.
But we have the page that was found at the western entrance.
Yeah, okay. What if Prince Swan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from the west, right? Yeah, the gardens. Yep. Tuileries Gardens to the west.
That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Swan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proofs that Prince Swan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur.
I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Swan entered from the Louvre from Tuileries Gardens.
Look at this.
A book page?
Page 44 of Don Quixote, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance.
This proves nothing.
I'm not done yet. Take a look at this.
Don Quixote.
This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Savon? The defendant was present in Tuileries Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant enters the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kinley from the Pont des Arts. What? I know what I saw, monsieur.
A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant looked the long way around. Or took the long way around, there. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre south entrance by walking along the river.
An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the perimeter scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cocorico.
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation.
Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis.
You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, and then he took the long way around.
How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts.
I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes.
Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering?
The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, out of fiction.
No, everything I've said is the truth.
I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman.
I'm not a fisherman.
See, he admits it himself.
That's not what I meant.
Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede?
On this point at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false.
No.
This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable.
But I did see something. I really did. All right, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder.
A swan?
Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How could we possibly trust anything you have to say?
Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare vs. Tortoise trial.
Is it that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session.
It is a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing.
Yes, all right. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job and get this stupid fox a conviction already.
I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. A lot came up in that trial, eh?
Yeah, no doubt about that.
But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand?
Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed.
That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan.
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is puzzling me about the trial. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why?
Maybe he's a vendetta against Spanish royalty.
I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. I don't know who this is. Oh, maybe it's Mousy?
Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon?
Oh!
Oh, it's Remington. Sorry to bother you, but this letter has just arrived. I think it's for you.
A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout.
Ooh.
Ooh, good comeback. So, what does this letter say, Falcon?
It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters.
Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences.
Scary.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howe's murder. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth.
Sounds about right. But why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this?
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although, I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count.
Indeed. Okay, so this is where we're going to stop for today. Thank
Yep,
you everyone for
Tuesday.
watching, and thanks for hanging out with us a little bit later than we usually do. We're going to continue this game because this game is fantastic and I want to see the ending on
Yes.
Monday. So I hope to see you all there.
Bye, guys.
Good night.